Publishing technology provides software and services to the publishing industry, mainly the books and subscriptions market. So large trade publishers like HarperCollins, educational publishers like McGraw-Hill, so Penguin Books, some of the very large publishers, and we provide systems really to manage the process from concept of a book through right the way through the delivery of the book or the ebook to the consumer, and collection of cash and calculation of royalties after the event. So a wide range of ERP systems for the publishing industry. Not dissimilar to what Aptify do for membership in terms of the range of customers you have and services you provide. We do that for the publishing industry.
Interesting. Thank you. So how long have you all, Publishing Technology, been working with your dedicated team staff members?
I wish I'd had a chance to look that up in advance. We started with just one member that was actually here. That was Gori. So she was coming in and visiting us once a week, helping us get started with the VNext technologies. And then when she had to go off on maternity leave, we took on Tushar, who was India-based. And then we found that our workload was increasing and we could take advantage of more people. So we got some more people on the team. And then Gori came back from maternity leave, so she came back into the team. So it brought us up to a level of 3. And since then we've got 2 more in the team, which are really being trained and coming up to speed. Probably 18 months, I think, we've through that process. The last 9 months of it has been the most intense, with more people and them doing more work for us. Mm-hmm.
So what would you say, within 18 months of working within, this service in various capacities, starting with someone who was on site a little bit more frequently than our other clients have the opportunity to have, and then even, moving from one person into having several people on your team, what would you say has been, if you can think of the most exciting project that your team members in Publishing Technology have been able to accomplish through working together?
Well, we've basically taken one of our existing core applications, which is our product manager application, and taken it across into the web technologies, which we still refer to as VNext, because that was the code name for it. And sort of heavily enhanced it for one of our larger customers. So it's become a very rich web application, which allows you to manage all of the metadata about the products, all the participants for the products, with a zero footprint implementation.
Interesting. It's in addition to talking to our clients who are working with the dedicated teams, we're also talking to, your dedicated staff team members and asking them the exact same question. So, what has been the most exciting project that they've had the opportunity to work on with our clients? And it's interesting that they're really excited about some of the things that they're having the opportunity to work on with you. They've remarked that oftentimes it's a huge learning curve for them because they're able to learn more about your industry, whether it's association, membership-based, what have you. So it's been, I would say, a beneficial pairing for many of our dedicated team staff members and clients across the board in various ways. Would you say that process of working on that big project you mentioned within the last 9 months, it's been, a lot of work going on. Would you say that has gone relatively smoothly, just given, the time zone differences and having the additional staff members on board?
I think it's gone very well. I mean, there are, as anyone who's worked with offshore teams, there are difficulties with the time zone and communication, and trying to keep the pipeline of work going, because it can be quite time consuming for us as well to make the most of an offshore team. So that's the sort of challenges we've been through.
So what would you say 18 months into the process motivates publishing technology to continue working with dedicated teams?
As more of there's more people available with the understanding of the web technologies, then we feel that it gives us the ability to scale up and down a bit as large projects come in. It wouldn't be short-term scale up and down, but we could see ourselves in a situation where for a 6 or 9 month period we want another 2 or 3 people, but wouldn't want to commit to that locally, because we're not sure how long we'd need that resource beyond the 9 months, and it would take us time to bring people up to speed, whereas by having a dedicated team which they can come into and join with, it takes away some of that lag in terms of getting them up to speed. And of course they'll already have experience with the core Aptify framework and the web technologies. So it's really flexibility and speed to be able to respond to our customer requirements if we need more resource.
Absolutely. That's great, and I would imagine that if I were in your shoes, I would feel the same way. For many of our organizations, that those would be sort of one of the benefits that continues to make us say, motivate us to keep working with the teams, and just to sort of follow that up. In your opinion, and I would imagine it's probably exactly what you just mentioned. What would the most valuable benefit another Aptify client who engages in this service do you think that they would receive from participating?
We're slightly different in terms we're probably more technical than a lot of the other clients, because we're building complete applications rather than adding to the existing applications, and therefore the range of work we've had the offshore team do alongside our own team members is we built quite a substantial number of new controls for use in the applications, because we needed them to do more than the standard controls. And the advantage we had by using the core team is that they had very good communication with the original core team that had built that, so that we've got a fair bit of an inside track really onto more technical support by going through our dedicated team. But I think that would also apply to your membership customers, in terms of the dedicated team can draw very easily on the wealth of other knowledge within Aptify.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, Ken. As I mentioned, this would just be a short, quick call. Is there anything that you sort of want to add to sort of, from your experience, your perspective?
Only what I've sort of alluded to in there. People shouldn't underestimate that you do have to put effort in yourselves to get the best out from a team, and if you don't, you'll be disappointed. So I think that's the important message that I'd give to anyone that's considering using external resource. It takes more time to look after them, to get the best from them, but provided you do that, then it pays back.